Good. Good evening, everybody. Again, thank you very much for the invitation for the Dhammatalk. Today I chose, because at the end of this week, we are going group of people to the, what we call pilgrimage, to the places of where the Buddha was active in India. And this is actually a request or ask us to do by Ajahn Ofer. Our teacher asked us to go and to try to continue this pilgrimage. We make some break of, I think, 4 years because of the COVID, because of the corona. And this year we are continuing after it became a little more quiet. So at the end of this week, we are going. We will be about 31 participants that going to this. And I want to explain, I want to use today the opportunity for the Dhammatalk to explain why it's important, why Ajahn Ofer actually encouraged us to do this trip, and why we are going to the places, and which is these 4 places, what they are the 4 places. So to find the answer, we will use what Buddha is saying to Ananda in the Maha-parinibbana Sutta. Maha-parinibbana Sutta, you see it's translated here as the last days of the Buddha. It's about 1 year, almost 1 year before the time of the Buddha passing away. The Buddha making a trip from Rajgir, okay, from the place of the king Bimbisara, but that time it was Ajatesu, his son already. And the Buddha making a trip all the way through to Kusinara. Actually, he's dying in Kusinara. So he's making all this trip, and the Maha-parinibbana Sutta is describing about many stories, many events that happened during this trip of the Buddha. Include is doing some in one place in in one place he's doing also the rainy season in the middle of the way, and he have many things. He advised people asking questions. But anyway, during this time also, one time the Buddha explaining to Ananda about these 4 places. So maybe Lisa, you can read, and then we can, by the way, it's Digha Nikaya 16. So if any one of you want to know more details about what happened during this time, include the cremation and the dying of the Buddha, so you can read the Digha Nikaya 16, which is long discourse. Sometimes I spoke about it already, but for you just to know, you can write for yourself. Anyone that want to know some details about the dying of the Buddha, the parinibbana of the Buddha, you can use this sutta. So please, maybe you can read for us, Lisa.
4 places of pilgrimage. There are 4 places, Ananda, that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. What are the 4? Here the Tathagata was born, Lumbini. This, Ananda, is a place that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. Here the Tathagata...
You can continue, I will talk later.
Here the Tathagata became fully enlightened in unsurpassed supreme enlightenment, Buddha-Gaya. This, Ananda, is a place that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. Here the Tathagata sat rolling the unexcelled wheel of the Dhamma, Isipatana near Benares, modern Sarnath. This, Ananda, is a place that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. Here, the Tathagata passed away into the state of Nibbana, in which no element of clinging remains, Kusinara. This, Ananda, is a place that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. These, Ananda, are the 4 places that a devoted person should visit and look upon with feelings of reverence. And truly there will come to these places, Ananda, devoted bhikkhus and bhikkhunis, laymen and laywomen, reflecting, here the Tathagata was born. Here the Tathagata became fully enlightened in unsurpassed supreme enlightenment. Here the Tathagata sat rolling the unexcelled wheel of the Dhamma. Here the Tathagata passed away into the state of Nibbana, in which no element of clinging remains. And whoever, Ananda, should die on such a pilgrimage with his heart established in faith at the breaking up of the body after death will be reborn in a realm of heavenly happiness.
You see, here you get the answer for 2 questions. First, which place we are talking about, that they are good or important places to go, and why it's important, what the Buddha referred to it, why the Buddha said that is important. So maybe we go to the next page of the file of the PDF. We have a map. I put a map of India. Okay, so you see actually what the Buddha said to Ananda. First, we can look at the map. You can see in the red color, you have four places which have a red color. This is, if you look at the map on the left side first, on the small map, you can see on the small point, yeah, exactly. This is show you where this place in India. So it's in the north of India, actually. All these things in the north of India. This is around the Ganges and till Nepal, till the mountain of the Himalaya mountain. So this is the area that the Buddha was living. The 4 places of the red color, we will start with Lumbini, but I will put this PDF, what I'm building, according to the way that we are going. We are not walking on the path that the Buddha is describing. We start from the south to the north. So we will meet different places, but I will explain first on the way that the Buddha declared. So the first is Lumbini. Lumbini, it's in Nepal, actually, in the north. Yeah. And this is the place where the birthplace of the Buddha. Yeah. Another place is the Buddha-Gaya. This is the place where Buddha, by the way, just to let you know, if you want to read about the birthplace of the Buddha and about what happened in the event of it, you can look in the Sutta number 123 of Majjhima Nikaya. If any one of you want to read more, what is the things that happen in the birth time of the Buddha, what special things, you can find out in the Sutta Majjhima Nikaya 123. This is the Sutta called Incredible and Amazing. This is the name of the Sutta. So just to let you know, this is Ananda telling about what happening when the Buddha come to be from Bodhisattva into Buddhahood, the birth time of the Buddha. Okay, so this is where you can refer to it. Then the second place, it will be Buddha-Gaya. And Buddha-Gaya, this is the place where the Buddha get enlightened. Okay, for this you can see, if you want to read about this struggling of the Buddha, how Buddha is struggling till he get enlightened, you can look at Majjhima Nikaya 26. Okay, just to let you know that you can look read by yourself and prepare yourself or learn more deep. This is Arya Pariya Sana Sutta, it's called. Okay. And this is Majjhima Nikaya 23, it's called 26, sorry, it's the Noble Search. Then this is, like I said, Buddha-Gaya, it's the place where the Buddha get enlightened. It's in Rajgir. Then another place is Sarnath. Sarnath is near Varanasi. Varanasi is a big city, very famous. And this is the place where the Buddha is turning the wheels of Dhamma. There he teach the first time the 5 students. He gives the first lecture, and this you can read in Dhammacari Sutta. Okay, this is in the Dhammacari Sutta. You have it also in the Turning the Wheels of Dhamma. You have it in the chanting book. There you can see, you can read about the lecture. The more story there is in the commentary about it. So there is more details about it. And then we are going, the last place that we are going to talk about is the Kusinara. Yeah, Kusinara, you see, it's a little bit under Lumbini. And this is actually, you can see in Maha-parinibbana Sutta, it's Digha Nikaya 16. Okay? This is in Digha Nikaya 16, you can see more details about it. So, like I said, I'm presenting now the lecture not according to these 4 places like Lumbini. If I supposed to talk about this the same way that the Buddha says, Lumbini, after this Buddha-Gaya, after this Sarnath, after this Kusinara. But in our lecture today, I will talk about on the way that we are going to travel, how we are going to travel. Actually, we will start with Buddha-Gaya, go to Sarnath, Kusinara, and then we finish Lumbini. So we will climb from south to the north. Okay, we will at the end we will cross to Nepal and we go to Lumbini. And one more place that we will travel, it will be, it's not mentioned here, and it's about, if you go from Lumbini to the left side, about 20 kilometers, I don't know, it's a little bit less than Sarvasti. This is another place, this is the where the Buddha grew up. This is Kapalavistu, where the father of the Buddha was there. Because in Lumbini he born, but he grew up in Kapalavistu, which is a little bit left from Lumbini. So again, why it's important? You see, the Buddha say why it's important to go. He say if someone is traveling in these 4 places, but it's not if you go to sell some things or whatever, he's going to shopping there or you go to visit, traveling, it's nothing will happen. But if the person is going to visit these places, and you really understand what it was there, what is the story behind it, why it's important, what is the connections to this, to the Buddha, then when he die, his mind will be so happy. He's like urge, he say like urge come on him, a pity raise up on him. So he will go to better place, something like angels or human being or whatever, but it will push him into good destination. That's why we say to the people, it's good to go to these 4 places. It's important to go to these 4 places. When we are traveling, also we are making what we call bucha. It's mean offering. We are practicing there. I'm explaining everywhere more details about each place. So it's when you see in the Sutta, the Buddha say if someone will die, but he say if he die there, if he die after he visit these 4 places, so then the experience from this travel will give him the urge, will push him up into happiness, which in the dying, it's push him to better place. Okay, so this is the reason, and this is the 4 places that we are going to visit. Now, I will show you a little bit pictures about the places, and I try to talk about this. The first place that we are going, it's Buddha-Gaya. This is actually the pagoda. How we know, maybe I explain you how we know about these 4 places, how we know where they are, because Buddha was living 2,500 years ago, okay? He was living 2,500 years ago. So how these places stay, how we know about these places, because about 250 years after the Buddha, still Buddhism was exist. Many enlightened monks was in India and Nepal. And it was big ruler, big king. His name was Ashoka. And Ashoka, in the very beginning, he was not Buddhist. But in certain time in his life, he changed and he became Buddhist. And he started to like very much the Buddha. So he took enlightened monk and asked them, where is the Buddha birthplace? Where is the Buddha dying? Where is the Buddha he get enlightened? So the monk point to Ashoka, the king, about all these places. And what the Ashoka make, he built stupa. So you see this stupa, this is the stupa nearby the tree where the Buddha he get enlightened. And this stupa actually originally, in the very beginning, built by Ashoka. This how it looks like. It's renovated from the English people, the Maha-parinibbana Society from Sri Lanka, include the British. They renovated. They built the association. It's called Maha-parinibbana Society, and they take care for this to renovate it, to build it back or whatever. But the first one that make it, it was the King Ashoka. In this, you go down a little bit, I think there is the tree itself. No. Anyway, in the right side of the pagoda, you have the tree, the Bodhi tree itself. But what happened with this Bodhi tree is that it's very interesting, because today it's the 4th generation of the Bodhi tree. The first Bodhi tree, King Ashoka, he liked the tree so much. He was so excited because this is tree that the Buddha was getting enlightened under this tree. So Ashoka used to visit them very often. And what happened is that the wife of the King Ashoka, she get jealous from the tree. So in certain time, she poisoned the tree. In this time, when the King Ashoka saw the tree and he came to the tree, the tree was 250 years old. So Ashoka came to the tree, he stayed there, he worshipped the tree, he was practicing there. But what happened is that the wife of the Ashoka, the queen, she was jealous on the tree and she poisoned the tree. So the king himself is broken out. He didn't know what to do. So what he have done to bring back the tree, he collect milk for 100 cows and he feed the tree with the milk. So the tree came back again, raised up again. So after King Ashoka, it was already the second tree. Before of this occasion, the King Ashoka, he took part of the right side of the tree. This is under the place where the Buddha get enlightened, and he sent this part of the tree to his friend from Sri Lanka, the king in Sri Lanka, and they put it in Sri Lanka. So the king, the tree, the Bodhi tree in Sri Lanka, it's about 2,250 years now. It still exists. But like I told you, the origin tree here, in Buddha-Gaya, it's the 4th generation. How come? Because later on it was another king, which he was Hindu king, and he destroyed the king second time. So then the tree that Ashoka bring back also died. And later on it was another king, which was, he wanted to bring back the tree, he filled it again with the milk, and the third time the tree came back. And during the time, because of stormy weather and other problems, the tree die again or stop again. And about 150 years ago, the British people, when they have the empire in India, one of them was Alexander Buckingham, his name was, I think. He feed the tree again with the milk, and he bring the fourth generation of the tree. So nowadays we have tree which is about 150 years or some 200 something, and is the fourth generation. And it's under the stupa. So we are going there. We will make there in this place. We are going to do also ordination for Karl Heinz. I think he will ask now. And then there is the Buddha, after he get enlightened, he stay around in this area about 7 weeks. In 1 week, he make walking meditation. Another week, he was standing and gazing the tree, because he knew that he don't have any teacher. So he give respect to the tree. So he was standing and looking at the tree for 1 week. Another 1 week he was recollecting about Abhidhamma. Another week he was sitting, and then rain come, and Naga, the snakes, crawl and cover his body. And another week he was also sitting meditation somewhere. So altogether he was 7 weeks around the tree. He didn't eat the time because he was enlightened. So the first night he was sitting there, and then he get enlightened, and then he stay 7 days he was in the peaceful stage of enlightened, and after this he came back. And like I told you, 1 week he make walking meditation, 1 week he was standing, so altogether he was 7 weeks in this place. And after 7 weeks, there is 2 people, brothers, they going there, and they give him the first food, okay? And they feed them, first time they give him rice and to eat. It was another man also who meet the Buddha in this place, and he take refuge in Buddha and Dhamma. Why he take? Because no yet Sangha. It was not yet Sangha at that time. It was not the students of the Buddha. So it was only Buddhang Saranang Kachame, Dhammang Saranang Kachame, but not Sanghang Saranang Kachame. Later on, the Buddha will walk 1 week from here to the place where he's going to meet his 5 students and teach them. So this is the first place what we are going to visit. Okay. Later, now, from here, the Buddha is walking for 1 week to Sarnath. And in Sarnath, he's going to meet his 5 students and to teach them. But when the Buddha teach them, he stay in Sarnath for 3 months. And after 3 months, he's coming back to this place. This place called Urovela. So I want to, when we will be here, one day we will go to visit the places when Buddha is coming back to here. Because I told you that he get enlightened, he's going to Sarnath, he's teaching, collecting students, and then he's coming back to this area. So maybe we crawl down. What happened in this, what happened in this area? In this area, this is Rajgir. This is the king Bimbisara was living there. Okay, when the Buddha left home, before he get enlightened, he's coming and meeting the king Bimbisara. King Bimbisara actually is friend, but the king Bimbisara he see the Buddha and he asked the Buddha. This is called Rajgir. Okay, this area, and the King Bimbisara meet the Buddha. You see the Buddha, he is not yet Buddha, he is a Bodhisattva. Siddhartha Gautama, his name. And he asked him about to stay with him as a king. But the Buddha say, I don't wish to, I don't want to be king. I left the kingdom. So the King Bimbisara told them, if you will be enlightened, please come back to us. Please come back to me. I want to offer you a place. So that's why the Buddha, after the Buddha he get enlightened in this area, is going to Sarnath, he collects students, and then he come back again to this place. And he used to stay many, many years in this place during his life. And one place what we are going to see here in these pictures, it's the what we call Vulture Peak. This is the Vulture Peak in Rajgir, okay? That on maybe I think on the third day or second day on Buddha-Gaya we will go to visit this place. You see on the top of this picture, the top picture, it's the place where the Buddha used to practice in the Vulture Peak. Okay? This is in Rajgir, not far from the place of the on the area of the King Bimbisara. The lower part show you different position, a different point of view of this peak. If you see, this is kind of mountain. It's a hill. So, yeah, you can see that it's a hill. We are climbing the hills. On the top of the hill, you have this. No, you go back. Yeah, you go down. You go down. Sorry, you go up. Show again to all these pictures there. This is you see this square. It's a place where the Buddha used to practice on the hill. Nearby this, there is another square like this. This is a place where Ananda used to practice. Okay, so this is show the places where Buddha used to. He liked very much to climb up and practice there. There is a place where he was practicing and Ananda was practicing. So if you see in the middle, the picture in the middle, there is a monk sitting. The monk sitting there and the other people. This is a cave. This cave is Sariputta cave. Why it's called Sariputta cave? You crawl it up again to see the mountain. This up? No, to the other side. Yeah, you go up. Yeah. So you see this mountain climbing. On the way, this cave exists. And what happened is that later on, the Buddha in meeting Sariputta is joined to the order. And in the Magabucha, actually it's come to me now, in this Wednesday, I think, or in the full moon, there is the Magabucha, it's the full moon. And what happened at that time is that in the cave, the Buddha sitting with Sariputta, and Sariputta making a fan to the Buddha. He making a wind, like fanning the Buddha. And from the mountain, going down, one man named Digha Nikaya. Digha Nikaya actually is the cousin of the Sariputta. And he believed different things. And he asked the Buddha about, he said to the Buddha, I don't accept anything. I think that I don't accept anything. The Buddha say also, your idea also you don't accept. So then the Buddha teach him that everything is anicca, okay? Anicca, dukkha, anatta. And then he became Sotapan. He became Sotapan, and Sariputta, he became Arahant. From this mountain, after the Sariputta became Arahant, they are going down. Now you can continue crawling it, the picture. Lisa? This is Nalanda. See if you have the Valovan. I don't remember. This is the university in Nalanda. You go before, go down. Okay, yeah. This is. You see, I told you that King Bimbisara is asking the Buddha to come back. If the Buddha will get enlightened, he should come back. Why? Because he wants to offer him a land. So this is the land that King Bimbisara offered the land to the Buddha. It's called Bamboo Grove. And here also the meeting of Makabucha happened. That after the Buddha, he gave the lecture to Digha Nikaya, and Digha Nikaya became on this cave. He became Sotapan. Sariputta became enlightened. And from there, they are coming to this land. This is the land that I told you that this is actually the first monastery that the Buddha got. And there, the 1,250 enlightened monk coming to visit the Buddha in this place. And the Buddha give them what we call Ovada Patimokkha. For the precept, the basic things of the precept of the monks. So this happened in this place. Also, we will go probably we will go to visit this place, this forest. And all of these places that I show you now, they are actually nearby each other. This is in Rajgir, in the place of nearby the kingdom of King Bimbisara. You can go a little bit down. There is another view of this land. Okay, I don't know. It's small, but maybe you can see. You see the red color. This red color actually is the stairs that you saw. This is like a lake or pool. Okay. Now in this area also, you can go back, Lisa, with the pictures. There is okay. We was there. Okay, this area. We talk about this. You go back to Nalanda University. In the same area, there is after, let's say, 420 years after Christ, they built in this area big university. This was the most important university. Also Mahayana, all these great masters of Mahayana, they used to study there. This is called Nalanda University. So we will go to visit probably the Nalanda University. If you see the bricks, this is what there is now. Okay, and the pagoda, this is the place where the ashes of Sariputta. You go down a little bit to show the pagoda of Sariputta. You see, this is the pagoda of Sariputta. Here the relic of Sariputta is there. And why they put the relic of Sariputta there? Because the place where Sariputta, the assistant of the Buddha, grew up, it's nearby there. It's in a place called Kolita. Sariputta and Moggallana, they used to live there. And not far from there, they were searching for teacher, but they stayed with one teacher. They was not satisfied with them. And after this, they came back home, and Sariputta, he met Asaji. Asaji was the youngest for the 5 monks of the Buddha. That he became enlightened first time. And there, Asaji, he teach Sariputta. He say everything is anicca. So Sariputta immediately understood the Dhamma and he became Sotapan. That's why he asked, where is the Buddha? Where Buddha stay? And he asked, and Sariputta told them that the Buddha staying in Valovan. So there he go and meet the Buddha, and he became the assistant of the Buddha there, enlightened. So here they put the relic of Sariputta, and in the same place they build a big university. So what we will see today, when we are going to visit, we will see very small part of this university, because if they want to discover all the university, they have to chase away many villages. They have to take out many villages. That's why maybe Lisa, you show the bricks, and you can see on the left side there is a picture how this university actually built. And what we have today, we have only one small square from all this picture. This is a brick with show how the university looks like. But today you have only a small part of it. Like I said, if they really want to make excavations to discover all the university, they have to chase away many villages. They have to take out a lot of people from this area. So that's why they just make something as example. This university was very important. Ananda was very important. They built it, like I said, about 400 years after Christ, and it's maintained for 1,000 years. Okay, and after 1,000 years, it's mean about, and what happened, it was Muslim ruler that he break all this university and he put it in the fire. 6 months fire, it was there. Even the bricks became melt. You can see today the bricks inside melt that time. They destroy all the Buddha, it is everything. It was not only Buddhism they teach here. They teach other things, scientists and many other things. So this was not in the time of the Buddha, but it's also important place to visit. It's relevant to the Buddha religion because all the Mahayana great master was learning there. So this is all. Maybe we go on the third day that we will be in Buddha-Gaya. Okay, and then from Buddha-Gaya we will continue to Sarnath. This will be the next place that we will visit. Yeah, this also we saw. This is the King Bimbisara. Sorry, before one more things that exist in this area of Rajgir nearby. I told you that who invite the Buddha to this area? It's the king that ruled in this area, which his name was Bimbisara. Bimbisara have a son, Ajatesu, and the Buddha have a cousin which have supernormal power. He also became a student of the Buddha, and he was very bad. His name is Devadatta. So Devadatta came to the king, the son of the king Bimbisara, Ajatesu, and told them that he can, let's say, kill his father. He convinced him to kill his father, Bimbisara, that the son, Ajatesu, will kill the father, Bimbisara, and the Buddha, and he said, I will kill the Buddha, so I will be the Buddha, and you will be the king. We replace the Buddha, I replace the Buddha, and you replace the king. So Ajatesu, he killed his father, but before he killed his father, he put him in the jail. So this is the place where it was the jail. We will go probably to visit this area also. I think there is another presentation of this jail to see the bricks. This side we go a little bit down more. Yeah, see, this is the excavation of the cave. This is the British people. They found all these areas. That's how we know why it exists. So what happened is that the Ajatesu, the son, he locked his father in the jail, and he slowly killed him. He put even he cut his body. He put the salt on the wounded, and the mother wanted to feed the father, so she put honey. The wife of Bimbisara, the mother of Ajadesu, she wanted to save the king, so she put honey on the body and came. So the king was licking the honey, but the son Ajadesu discovered it, and he didn't let the mother to come to visit the father anymore. And exactly on the day when the father died, the son Ajadesu by himself, he had the first baby born. So when he held his baby, he was so excited. And then he immediately go to the mother and ask, "Oh, Mama, how is my father was with me?" So the mother said that the father was so great that he saved his life. And then he go to the jail to release the father, but the father died. So that's why Ajadesu blocked from develop the mind. Even he was close students of the Buddha, but because he killed his father, he could not progress in the Dharma. So this is the jail where his father, the King Bimbisara, actually passed away. So when we will visit Rajir, we will go to visit probably this place also. So like I told you, after the Buddha get enlightened in Buddha-Gaya, he walked for 1 week. 1 week he was walking to meet his 5 friends, because he was thinking, who is the people that he can teach? Who is the people which will be able to learn for him? And he was thinking about 5 ascetic, 5 students that they were practicing together. He noticed that they stay in Sarnath. Sarnath is nearby Varanasi. So again, this is stupa that the King Bimbisara built to present the place where the Buddha was teaching first time. It's called Dhammacari Sutta. It means turning the wheels of Dhamma, the first teaching. The place of the turning the wheels of Dhamma, if you can see, there is like 2 small pagoda, and then there is like a wall, small wall under the tree. Maybe, yeah, this side you can see the arrow where this side is pointing. This is actually wheel. This is like a round wall. And this is the place where they're supposed to be, that they sit and the Buddha teach them first time. All the other places around, it's like monastery that the King Ashoka he built for the monks. So that's how we know where it was and what it was there. There is a pillar also nearby. There is a pillars that Ashoka he put the pillars and write some scriptures. If you go down more, I will show you another. You see another stupa. Okay, another stupa. This stupa, it's okay. Let's say after the Buddha he get enlightened, he walk 1 week, and then he meet his 5 friends sitting somewhere, and this is the place where the Buddha meet the 5 friends. It's about 2 kilometers. The 2 stupa that I show you now, they are about 2-3 kilometers from each other. Why? Because first place that the Buddha meet the friend was in the middle, this stupa that in the middle. And they didn't believe him that he get enlightened. In the very beginning, they didn't want to respect him, because they thought that he's washing himself in the water and he start to eat. So they didn't want to give him respect. But they could not take it. They saw him immediately. They washed the legs. They prepared a place for him to sit. And he told them that he get enlightened. So, and then he told them that he will, if he will teach them, they're also capable to learn. So from this place, they go to the upper pagoda. Yeah. So from the middle pagoda, they go to the upper pagoda, to the Dhammacari. Okay, and this was happened in one night, or the full moon of what we call Asara. Asara, it's the full moon of Yuli. This is before starting the rainy season. So when the Buddha stayed there, he stayed 3 months in this area for the rainy season, together with the 5 students. On the 5th day, the Buddha gave them every day they became Sotapan. One day, after one day, every one of them became Sotapan. And the 5th day, the Buddha give them the Dhammacari, the Anatalakkhana Sutta, the Sutta of the non-self, and then they became 5 enlightened monks. So in the 5th day, the Buddha actually have 5 students enlightened. And in the same day, it was another millionaire that was living in this area. His name was Yasa. And Yasa he was very rich. He had a golden shoes. And he get despair from the life. He said, what is this? Nothing happy. And he run to this area, and then the Buddha saw him, and Buddha teach him the Dhamma. He became also enlightened, and the father also invited him to the Buddha with the students to eat lunch. So Yasa have 54 friends, the joy to the Buddha, and all of them also became enlightened. So what happened after 3 months in this place, the Buddha have 60 enlightened monks. They became the first 60 students, enlightened students. And from there, they finished the rainy season. The Buddha sent them to preach the Dhamma in different places. Now you go a little bit down, you see this Buddha standing. Actually, this Buddha standing, it's about 33 meter. This is the Thai temple. The Thai temple, they built it. In the very beginning, they start to build it. They build it in the place, and then the authority was not happy about the place. They asked them to take it out and to build it another place. So this is probably we see this is in the Thai temple in Sarnath. Okay, so probably we'll meet it. It's a very big, it's huge, 33 meter high. Please, we go from Sarnath. We will go into another village, which is Kusinara. This is the place where the Buddha passed away. So this is the monument that presenting the place where the Buddha passed away. Inside this monument, inside this pagoda, there is the statue which showing the Buddha laying down. The Buddha laying down on the right side, yeah, and then this statue. It's inside this monument or this building. Okay, so you go a little bit down more. Okay, in this bricks also in this area. Now I will tell you a little bit of story. What happened is that the Buddha, he was making the rainy season in Savatthi, and then he told to Ananda that if he was 80 years old, he was already old man, and he said that he carry his body. The body is like an old wagon that he have to carry. But he said to Ananda that if someone developed the 4, let's say, energy to success, which is chanda, it means wanting, okay? Virya, it's effort. Jita, it's focus on the target. And Vibhamsa, it's mean investigation, how to go. So if someone developed these 4 things, he can continue to live more. He can push whatever he wants. He can success on whatever he wants. Actually, what the Buddha wanted to tell Ananda in this moment, that if Ananda will wish, if Ananda will say to the Buddha can live longer. But if Ananda will not ask the Buddha to stay longer, the Buddha will pass away earlier. So Ananda didn't understand this hint that the Buddha gave him to stay longer. So the Buddha, he let go his life, and he said to Ananda that within 3 months he will pass away. So they are going from Rajgir, or from the south, to Kusinara, all this way up. And like I say in the Maha-parinibbana Sutta, there is many stories that happened there on the way. And they coming to about 1 kilometer from Kusinara to one place called Puva, and in Pava. And in Pava, the Buddha eating some kind of special food from Chanda, I think the name of the man. He was offering the food for the Buddha, but this food was not good to eat. So Buddha eat it, and then he start to have problems in the stomach. So this actually food make the Buddha dying. So next day the Buddha start to have a problem. He go very often to the toilet, and blood coming. And from Pava, the Buddha is walking about 1 day. It's taken 1 day to go about 10 kilometers. He's stopping very often, something like even 25 times. He's stopping till he come to this place, and then he lay down. Okay. So he lay down, and then during this time also there is one man, he coming and asking the Buddha about, he says so many teacher, I don't know which teacher to follow. The Buddha say, if there is any religion that have Eightfold Path, this will be the enlightened people will be there. Sotapan Sakadakamida, if it will be Eightfold Path. And then this man is actually the last man that convert and became a monk of the Buddha in these times. After the Buddha passing away, they want to carry the body, but the people cannot carry the body. They want to carry it from the place where the Buddha passed away to the cremation. What we see down, you see down small pagoda with the people going around, this is the place of the cremation. Okay? So the distance between these two pagodas is about 5 kilometers. So the people wanted to carry the Buddha, the dead body of the Buddha, from one place to another place, but the people cannot carry it. They cannot raise up. So there is one monk which named Ajahn. Anuruddha actually was a brother of Ananda. He have a supernormal power, and then he tell the people that they cannot carry it because they want to take it to one place, and the angels wanting another direction. So that's why they block. So they say, okay, we do what the angels want. And then they carry it through the city of Kusinara and bring it to the pagoda, which is down. Okay, it's about 5 kilometers from each other. There they want to cremate the body, but they cannot cremate the body. They want to turn the fire, but they cannot turn the fire on. And then they ask Ajahn why not possible to make the fire. So the Ajahn told them that the angels, they wanting that Mahakassapa was one of the great students of the Buddha. He was on the Pava way to Kusinara, and Ajahn explained to the people that they cannot make fire on the cremation because the angels want to wait for Mahakassapa to come. And Mahakassapa was making the way. He didn't know the Buddha passed away. But what happened is that one man, he walked and he saw beautiful flowers, which he put on the ear like this. And he was walking, and then he saw Mahakassapa. So Mahakassapa, he saw him, and he noticed something strange with these flowers. So he asked him, where you are coming from? He said, I'm coming from Kusinara. There is the Buddha, he passed away. So then Mahakassapa informed about the Buddha, and then he making this way in the afternoon, he arriving to the Buddha body, and he come to the legs of the Buddha, he prostrate 3 times, and then the fire of the cremations come by itself. Without nobody have to turn on, it's come by itself. So then they cremate the body, and then they took the relic of this cremation, they divide it to 10 pieces, and they spread it all over. That's how we have the relics of the Buddha till today, different places. So this is Kusinara, and then we will spend also almost one day, and then from there we will go up to the north. We cross the border to Nepal, to Lumbini. Lumbini, it's a place where the Buddha, the birthplace of the Buddha, because I told you that the Buddha grew up in Kapalavistu. Kapalavistu, it's about 20 kilometers from Lumbini. Why the Buddha born in Lumbini and not in Kapalavistu? Because his mother, she was pregnant on Mahamaya. She was pregnant 10 months, and she feels that she's going to give the baby the birth. So in this tradition, in that time tradition, they have the way that the woman want to give birth, she's going to do it with her own family, with father and mother, that the mother can take care for her. So she start to walk from from the husband where she was living, to their family, to her family, which was another kingdom. It's a distance about 40 kilometers. So she make the way, and then after 20 kilometers, she reached to this park, which called Lumbini Park, and she decided that she want to spend the time there, to rest there. So when she was staying there and resting, she could not take it anymore, and then she gave the birth there. She owed the tree, and by standing, she gave a birth. And then when Siddhartha Gautama, when the baby born, he make 7 steps, and he declare that he will be the enlightened one, he will be the Buddha, he will be the one to save the people from the angels. You can see, if you go down a little bit, Lisa, you see the pillar. This is Ashoka pillar. This is from the time of Ashoka. It's about 250 years after the Buddha. So Ashoka, he built, many of them, they broken by the time, but some, they stay. So these stay fully. And the enlightened monk, he told King Ashoka where the birthplace of the Buddha. Inside the building, if you go down back again, you go back again. No, go back. Yeah, you see this small house. Inside this small house, there is old bricks from the time of Ashoka that he built the monasteries to the monks. And also there is a wall with a statue of the Queen Mahamaya standing, holding the tree and giving birth, and the Buddha making a step. So we know exactly where's the step of where's the Buddha birth. inside there is also like a small brick with a step of Buddha step. And the water is presenting, because the legends say that in the moment that Buddha born, it was two streams, hot and cool, that it washed the mother and the baby. So that's why they put there this pool. There is a different, this is around, you can see the bricks, this is the monastery that Ashoka built for the monks. So this is actually will be the last place we are going. In the last day that we supposed, we make a retreat. In this area we make also a retreat. We will stay in Tibetan temple, and there we make, I think, 7 days of retreat. On the last day before we are flying to Kathmandu, we will take the ride for this. I told you that Kapalavistu is about 20 kilometers from there. So there it's where the Buddha himself he grew up. So you can go down to the last page. This is the place where the presenting Ashoka he built it as presenting of Kapalavistu area, that the palace where the Buddha he grew up. So every place like this, there is these bricks, the excavation from the British people, they found it. It was covered underground, and the origin is from the Ashoka time. The enlightened monk will not tell lie, so we can almost for sure that this is the place that really was the Buddha active, even if it was 2,500 years ago. So this is the places that we are going to visit. And anyone have questions or something that you want to know?
I have two things, Prabhupada. Someone told me once that the places where the 3 other Buddhas of this Kalpa, Kassapa, Konagamana, and who's the other one? I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
But the places where these Buddhas were also born is there in Lumbini. Someone told me something like this. And the second question I have is on one thing in Abhidhamma, but maybe I can ask this afterwards, right?
Yeah, but you have to consider that's true what you said, that some places it's a related name. It's not related place, it's related name.
Oh, okay, so it's not the same place.
It's not the same place. All the Buddhas, this is, for example, I'll give you an example. When I told you that many things happen on Maha-parinibbana Sutta, when the Ananda and the Buddha is traveling to the north, to Kusinara. So one question is that Ananda asking the Buddha, why you go to so remote place? Why you have to go to so not important place? It's nothing, even today. It's just one street, 2 streets, even not 2 streets. It's a very, very small place. So Ananda asked the Buddha, why you have to die there? You have Varanasi, you have so many big cities, so many students there, and you go to Kusinara. The Buddha answered him that, don't talk like this, he said to Ananda, don't talk like this. Kusinara, it's not a small place. In the past, it was a big palace. It was a big place. It was a capital of the turning the wheels monarch. It was working 24 hours, singing a song and elephant and whatever. It was a big city there. And actually the Buddha himself in the past life, he was king turning the wheels in Kusinara. And he said that all the Buddhas will pass away in Kusinara. But it's not mean the same place. It's mean the name of the place will be Kusinara. It's mean because after 5 Buddhas, the earth will destroy. And then the 6th Buddha will from now will be in totally different star. But still it will be Kusinara. Still the name of the country will be Jamputi. But it's not the same India. It's different India. Different place, you understand? So the name is related. Some of the things is the same for all the Buddhas, okay? But it does not mean exactly the same place or whatever, because the heart changing. It will be different stars totally.
Yes, it will be a different star, but the cycles are continue, right?
Yeah, the names continue because we are the same people, same human beings, same thinking, same idea. Understand? So we are not developing any new things. Even we die with same idea in our mind. Okay?
Ajahn,
Yeah, please.
is this the same with Lumbini or not?
I don't remember about Lumbini, which places is related. I remember that, for example, all the Buddha, okay, I tell you what I can remember, okay? All the Buddha will be assistant like Ananda, but different names. All the Buddhas will have assistant like Sariputta Muganana, different names. All of them, they get enlightened under tree, but different kind of trees. All of them, I remember about Kusinara. I think Lumbini, possible that all of them they're reborn in Lumbini. But I'm not sure 100%.
And the mother will stay the same name, huh?
No. Mother and father, they don't stay the same names. And by the way, not all of them will be queens and kings. Some of them, they will be Brahmin. Some of them, some Buddha, they will be other things. They don't necessarily to be Kshatriya.
Thank you, Ajahn.
By the way, Vitusi, you asked me the questions, and you asked me to answer you, if I can, about the word Ghana. Huh?
Yes.
What is the meaning Ghana? Ghana, actually, the meaning of Ghana, it's one thing, okay? One thing, to make one thing. The word Ghana, you have a concept, okay? When we are actually people have body and mind, okay? We are sentient beings, we have body change all the time. We have mind which is change all the time, okay? But because of the ignorance inside us, we perceive it as a someone, but it's actually non-self. It's anatta. It's a process which is changing all the time. Okay, the mind is rising and ceasing all the time. The mind thinking, coming, going, hearing, coming, going. Okay, but when we have the concept, I am. Okay, this is mean we call it atta panyati. Panyati, it's mean concept. We get ourselves as something which is one unit, someone, one being, okay? But actually, this is a process of mental and physical which is changing all the time. So this kind of panyati, this kind of concept of I am, you can have four kinds, four ways. Because at the end, it's just a physical changing all the time, and mental which is changing all the time. Okay, but so any other point, it will be concept. Okay, for example, when you are looking at there is a wheels and there is an engine and there is a different part, but you say this is a car. Okay, you call it as a car, which is a concept. Okay, you have a point on the paper, but then you say there is maybe a child play game, but actually it's just a point. But the mind, he cannot see the point. He create as a concept of the woman put the water, but actually it's just a point. Okay, we see color with a point. Okay, so in the same way, our mind is all the time rising, ceasing, changing. Our body all the time changing, but we have a concept. I am. Okay, this is mean atta Panyati. Panyati is a concept, Atta it's a self. And you have 5 kind of Gana like this, okay? Gana, concept like this of one things, making one things. The first one things, it's, you call it Santati. Santati, it means generation, okay? Something which is, I am, I born, I am, I will die, I am, okay? I am in the past, I am in the future, the one unit, but actually it's just a element which is changing all the time, okay? Yeah. So this is we call it the Santati Gana, okay? This is the one way to another way is the Kicha Gana, which is Kicha, it means duty or work. This is the meaning of Kicha. I am doing something. I'm talking to you now. I'm moving my hand, okay? But actually, this is just a process of mental and physical, which create movement. Okay? Rising, ceasing all the time. But I perceive it myself, someone. That's why I'm suffering. That's why I have a pain. I have a headache. I'm wanting, okay? So the Kicha, it means action or work, that I am doing something. So what is it that I was the one that born and I will die, and I was young, I will be old. So all this concept that I am from the past till in the future. But second Gana, it's the, like I said, Kicha, it's the working. I'm moving, I'm going, I'm coming, okay? The next is Samoa, it's Ghana, which is multitude, aggregate. This is my end, this is my legs, okay? Which all the part is me. Huh? But again, this is all of them is the same wrong view of someone is there. They're accepting the concept of I am, but it's different point of view of this ignorant. This is what the article that you sent to me, to want me to explain you. So this is the third kind of Ghana. The Ghana that this is my end, this is my legs, this is my eyes, but actually this is just different element, and this is not exactly mine. They're changing by themselves. And then you have another one, Ghana, which is Aramana. Aramana, it means object sense. And now I see you, I hear you, okay? And I think what to tell you. But actually, every moment like this, it's a mind moment which is rising and ceasing. My moment is not connect to me. I'm not the owner of it, okay? It's just rising and ceasing, rising and ceasing. And there is no someone which is making it, okay? So I accept that I see you and I hear you, but actually this is just a one moment of hearing going down, one moment of seeing going down, rising, ceasing condition, very, very fast. But the mind cannot accept it as a many moment of rising and ceasing. So we receive I am hearing you, talking to you, the concept of the I am there, okay? So this is Atta Panyati, we call it. It means Atta, it's a self, Panyati, it's a concept of the self that is talking to you, and that's why you create the ego. I am better than you, I am less than you, okay? And this is only by the Vipassana can cut it, okay? When you reach to the moment of what we call the yana of the Vipassana, which called parika. Parika, it means differentiation. So nama rupa parikayana. Okay, this is the first yana of what we are practicing Vipassana. Nama rupa parikayana. So this is something like to make different. First to see that we are human beings made by body and mind. Two different things which they are changing by themselves all the time. So you break the concept of I am. So the ego, the conceit can break down already. You don't take yourself too much serious. Normally people take themselves too much serious. I'm angry person, I'm worried, but then when they understand the concept that this is just body and mind, they take it more easy, more simple. Okay? It's about the Ghana.
Like I have noticed that when I do walking meditation or when I keep mindfulness with normal things, I have seen that two of these, the Kicha, I think, and the last one, the Aramana, it's easy to break this. But the other one, like for example, if I touch my hand, when I touch the hand, the thing which comes to my mind at first is that not that this is Rupa, that it is my hand. And then I don't like here, if I touch my hand, then I feel this tightness, right, in the hand. But if I touch this chair, that chair has also the same tightness. But for me, it's difficult to know that this tightness is the same nature as what is in this chair, like that it is not a person like this. So it's hard for me to cut this. And I think it's the first Ghana, right?
Yeah, this is Ghana Viniboga. This is the moment that you cut away this Ghana. Fade away of this ignorant. This is Sotapan, is cutting it. And this is in the Vipassana. When you practice Vipassana, then you come into stage of Ghana Viniboga. And this is mean cutting this concept of I am into pieces of body and mind.
Then when
this is by insight. This is not by intelligence. Okay.
Understand.
And you asked me about anicca also, huh? Something you wanted to know about anicca.
The thing is, I don't know, for me, it's very easy to see the anicca in Nama. Like I can, when I see you, I like, if I focus my mind enough, then, or if I just pay attention enough, then I can see that like there, it's only, I don't know how it is, but I just see that it's just something hitting the eye, and after that, everything forms here, like in near the, something in the middle of the chest where I recognize you. This is Prabhupada. He's like this, like this, like this, like all this prapancha. It starts here. I see the, what is it? This process broken down, but I cannot see the anicca nature of the rupa that easily.
You see, you don't need to use all this analyzing. You be simple. When you see thinking, thinking. When you see hearing, hearing. You see, because it's actually, you have two ways to see anicca. One of them, you suddenly sitting, you fall asleep, okay? Suddenly you are waiting. When is going to finish the meditation, okay? Suddenly your legs fall asleep. So show you one thing, that everything finish, everything ending. Sometimes you're going to dreaming stage and then suddenly beep, 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 beep. Oh, timer already finished. So in one way you see anicca by this, that everything finishing, everything ending. And the second thing you see anicca because you are walking, so many thinking. Ignore thinking, coming another thinking. Another thinking. Or you walk, you lose balance, okay? Or pain, you acknowledge the pain moving. So then you can see anicca. You don't need to analyze, you don't need to investigate. But when you acknowledge, you can see how things changing by themselves. One moment you feel happy, one moment you feel disliking or whatever.
Yes. So I don't know, for me the nama is easy to see that it's always changing. But Rupa, I can see that people are changing over the years and they die, but this momentary thing, I can't catch that easily.
But rising never stay rising. Huh? It must be falling. And falling must be changed to rising again.
Yeah, this is also there.
And then rising again, rising. And then falling again, falling. Huh?
Yeah.
Body change all the time. Huh?
Yes, now that you told me this, now I can understand it, I think. It's also this AI element, right? Which is
That's why we are using the word rising, falling, rising, falling. So then you can see the rising and falling. Even the expression is important.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Bitteschön. Any other question?
Sorry, I have one more question, Prabhupada.
Yeah, please.
So when Sotapan touches their hand, they don't feel that it's hand. Like it didn't, the perception doesn't come to their mind that it's the hand. Or it comes to their mind that this is hand, but it's anicca. Oh.
You don't need to analyze it. If you analyze it, then you get confused. If you don't analyze it, you will get simple. When you start to think, oh, this is the hand, this is this, then it makes you confused. Doubting. Thinking too much, it makes you doubting. If you just take it simple, touching, 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 and finish, then you don't analyze it. You don't get into confusion.
But if I touch my hand and I get the perception of hand, I'm still stuck in the conventional reality, right?
No, when you ignore touching, 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 then you will stop and be stucking. When you're analyzing, then you will be then you will be stucking. When you investigate, oh, I feel it as a hand, I don't feel it as a hand, this is like this, then you will be in this investigation and judging and analyzing will bring you more confusion. But when you just ignore touching, touching, touching and let go, then you will understand more deep and faster.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhupada.
Welcome. Bitteschön. Good. So I think it was fast explanation about the about this trip, but I try only to talk about the trip as a trip that we are going and not to go details too much about different places. So anyway, I want to share with you. We didn't go yet, but we normally can share only after we finish it. But if it will be success, I also want to share with all of you, the one that's not coming, the merit we are doing from this trip, that it will be as a condition for all of you for Maha-parinibbana, for the real happiness. Thank you very much. Dankeschön. Gute Nacht. Bye-bye.
Have a nice journey. Have a nice
Thank you. And thank you. Bye-bye.